Welcome in, everybody, to another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we are traveling back in time to 1964
Oh, very cool.
to take a look at an issue of Woman magazine.
Okay.
Now, we are going to be analyzing this through a media studies lens, as always.
Good.
So whether you are listening to this because you are studying media studies, you're prepping for your A-levels, or maybe you were just fascinated by this era,
Right.
we are going to be uncovering some really interesting stuff today, hopefully.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing what you can find when you really start to look closely at these old magazines.
True.
They might seem like just, light entertainment, but they're actually packed with clues about the society they came from.
Yeah, like little time capsules.
Exactly.
So before we jump into the pages, let's just think about the magazine itself. Woman magazine.
Okay.
What kind of publication was this back in 1964?
Well, it was a weekly magazine aimed at, women, obviously.
Right.
And it was incredibly popular. Millions of women would have read it every week. And it covered a whole range of topics from fashion and beauty to cooking and homemaking to current events and celebrity gossip.
I see. So kind of like a one-stop shop for the modern woman of the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it.
So let's dive in now and start with that all-important first impression.
Okay.
The cover.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here?
Well, first of all, we've got this lovely image of a woman. She's dressed in a pretty floral dress. She's got this kind of like soft smile. She looks very approachable.
Very friendly.
Yeah, very friendly, very relatable.
Okay.
Then you've got the masthead, the world's greatest weekly for women.
Bold statement.
It is, isn't it?
Mm,
And it's in this big, bold font that really stands out.
it does, yeah.
And I think it's interesting how they've positioned themselves as the greatest.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Well, I think it's a way of establishing their authority.
I see.
They're saying, we're the experts on all things womanly. Trust us.
And do you think women back then were looking for that kind of guidance from a magazine?
I think so, yeah. Especially in a time when, women's roles were changing so rapidly.
Yeah,
There was a lot of uncertainty and anxiety, I think.
it makes sense.
And a magazine like this could offer a sense of, reassurance and belonging.
It's like they're saying, we understand you. We're here for you.
Exactly.
And then there's the price, too. 7 pence.
That's right. Yeah, that would have been pretty affordable.
Yeah, even for women who maybe didn't have a lot of disposable income.
Right. And I think that's another important point to consider. The magazine was trying to appeal to a broad audience.
So they had to make it accessible.
Exactly.
Okay, and then, of course, we can't ignore the big name on the cover, Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense himself.
Yeah. It's a pretty surprising choice, isn't it?
It is. I mean, he's not exactly known for his romantic comedies.
No, not really. But I think it's a very clever marketing tactic.
How so?
Well, Hitchcock was a huge celebrity back then. Everyone knew his name.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he had this